Committed to Culture intro.
Yeah.
I literally was working on it this morning. It's very quick. Like
Yeah.
just like a 5-10 second thing. Right?
Perfect. Okay, bro.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Let's dig it. We'll run with it.
Cool.
I'm in. Before we get into the show, check out this message from our sponsor. Hey guys, I just want to give a shout out to the Genie Company for sponsoring the show, because without them it wouldn't be possible. They have really done a good job of help and support all the things that we try to do here at Such Media. And so there's a couple things I want to just make sure you're aware of. My favorite thing about Genie is the customer service, the communication, and the distribution, because those things are important to me. But there's two things that when talking to them, they felt like would be important. Number one is their home automation partnerships. It's growing every day and they're being more innovative and they are moving fast in this field. So I definitely want you to check those out. And then also the wide array of products. We just actually, we're in our training center, got the 4124 here to install and play with. It's not a motor that we were familiar with because we install the 3120 HB, but we're trying to mix it up a little bit. We've been talking to our rep for over a year about this model and we love it. So we're actually just placed an order for the new 4124s and you will notice that there's a lot of options on this thing. So you can go from like builder grade all the way up to like Mac Daddy. And there's some features about the 4124 that's unique to just about any other opener. So make sure you check out their wide array of offerings with different motors. Today, nobody's here because I let the team work from home on Friday. There's probably not like a ton going on. Today's probably gonna be a boring day. I'm kind of partially hoping that's the case because it's been extremely adventurous lately. Not on purpose. Right now I'm just setting up for the podcast we've got with my attorney, Phil, who is legit, y'all. He's not only just a great guy, but he's really good at his job. Helps me in areas where I need it. Mostly like collecting pay from like people trying to stiff us.
Where's the money, Lebowski?
Like he's batting 1,000 on that, so we're setting up for that, and then afterwards we can catch up and talk about like all the things that have gone down and transpired since the last time we recorded. Are you doing that? Is it too late for me? Yeah, I think I gave up a long time ago. You know, my hair started thinning when I was 20 years old. So before this gets completely derailed, we're gonna start recording. All right, you ready? I'm gonna hit record. I'll pause a couple seconds and then we'll jump right in. What's up, Garage Door Nation? This is Ryan with Torsion Talk Podcast. I'm your host, and we have the fabulous co-host, Tamara. And then today I have a special guest, Phil Parham. We're in season 6. We're talking about company culture. And in my conversations with employees in the garage door industry, I hear employers and employees, there's a lot of chatter online about like contractual agreements between employers and employees. So I wanted to bring my buddy Phil on. I call him my buddy more than my attorney. I reference him probably more like a buddy because
How's it been going?
Pretty good.
Yeah. It's so awkward.
It can be.
Hi, camera. In your face.
If Brian would have given me a heads up, I would have done my hair. Whatever. It's Friday.
And who's the new guy?
Back there?
Yeah.
Destin.
Destin?
Destin. Dustin with an E. Yeah, he's our new design consultant I was telling you about. Excited to have him on. And now we have someone in Milton and we have someone he lives in Gainesville. So I can finally I don't feel bad sending Lynn from Milton over all the way to Cleveland. So he's going to Cleveland today. So
Is he?
yeah, this will be his first by himself job.
Okay. Cool.
So we'll see what happens. But he's awesome. I think he'll do great. That lady's super sweet.
All right, I'm gonna go talk to him.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Have fun with that.
Oh, not much. Get a little work done. How about you?
Not too much.
Dealing with some Rainer doors right now. Trying to get some nice modern doors with some cool windows on their little portal.
Nice. Are you going up to Cleveland today?
I am. So a little hike up 985.
I was gonna say. What kind of house are you going to see?
This is just kind of a white kind of, I guess you would call it, kind of farmhouse house. Kind of looking to get just a new garage door, kind of raised panel, white, kind of your standard typical garage door she's looking for.
Gotcha. Not glass or anything like that?
No, nothing cool today,
Yeah.
but maybe tomorrow, right? It goes all over the place. You get a lot of really unique builds because most of the things were built like 20 years ago, and it took them forever to even get a builder inspector over there. So like, you see some wacky stuff too. But it's always really cool.
What time are you heading up?
Probably like 15 to 20 minutes. I'm trying to finish up a quote on some cool like modern style garage doors for a new build down in Monticello. She's looking for kind of that more modern contemporary style with windows down the side. So I'm dealing with the pull door now and trying to get a quote finished up before I leave.
Sounds good. Nice to meet you, Justin.
Nice to meet you.
All right, see you.
See you, man.
This comes in on Friday.
Check him in.
Sure. Tisha loves the camera, so
She
make
does.
sure you get a bunch of Tisha.
Right, yeah.
So her hair was like absolutely beautiful yesterday.
Yeah.
And she just threw it up today and came in, and now you're here. I should probably let everybody know that you're coming.
That would be nice, but there's not much I'm gonna do. So.
Actually, you know what?
Yeah.
I think I would rather stand.
Then let's stay.
So Milton, we're still trying to hire a position for over there, just to like man the showroom. We have somebody there right now, just kind of manning it short term until we fill the position. Because it seems like for the longest time, finding good help in the office was like super easy, and now I feel like it's just gotten really difficult. So I don't know if a lot of people have landed places already or whatever. But we changed up the ads and we reran them. We're doing A/B testing on employment ads with different titles and different text and completely different like language. Those are actually doing really well. So it hasn't even been 24 hours, we've already got like 10 applicants. Started running that on Facebook yesterday or last night. That got approved, so hopefully we'll get some more that way. But that role's really like answering phones, customer service follow-ups, and then helping people that walk into the showroom. This month we are our greatest sales month since we opened the showroom, February. I think over double what we've ever done there in sales, which is really good. We've definitely experienced some challenges, right? And I even told you, like, I was thinking about canceling the recording of this week because we've been hit from so many different directions. But in my commitment to doing the show, even though I don't really feel like doing it, which is I think it's important for people to see the good, the bad, and the ugly, because ultimately what I want to do is I want to talk about culture. And culture isn't just when things are good, it's how do you handle things when they're bad to maintain that culture. I'm not 100% convinced I did it right, just to be honest with you. Like, I'm constantly a work in progress and I have my failures too. But, we've just been hit. Like, we've just got like so many employees going through personal stuff. You want to tell them to leave that at home and come in here, and we do say that, right? But let's be honest, right? Like, I know what it feels like. You come in here and your gut's turning because you're angry or you're upset, or we've had everything from sickness. We got, Tisha's going through chemo, and, I got my commercial manager is out right now taking care of family. I had Josh on vacation. I was here trying to manage everything, and we've had like multiple jobs where we did a decent job of like prepping and getting it ready, and then we get out there and we can't install. And we've ordered some doors, and like one situation we wrote down the wrong size, and another situation they built out the opening the wrong size. And I feel like, you know, when you have this, it only happens when it's the worst opportune time ever, right? And so with everything everybody's going through, and then you got those jobs like having issues, and then, you know, it's January and February, so like cash flow is usually a little low during those times, and we've ordered a lot of big doors for big jobs, and we're out of pocket on those, and we're waiting for those doors to come in so we can, you know, install them. So from a financial standpoint, you know, you're low on cash flow, you got jobs going bad, you got guys out, you got people here that aren't, you know, that are struggling personally, and, you know, I'm involved in a lot of those conversations, but, you know, I'm just trying to encourage them, keep them focused on the details and maintain everything. But the crazy part about it is, like, you know, with GDU, we got like 21 business owners, and it feels like everybody's going through something very similar. Take business completely out of it, like people are just experiencing a level of intensity that is unprecedented in my time of being alive. Like, people are just stressed out. But I feel like, you know, the old administration would come out and talk every day about the status of things, or once a week or whatever, and we got like a lot of communication. And I feel like the lack of communication, and also the market just going crazy with like inflation and price increases, and then you got like these little rare ups of COVID that's popping up here and popping up there, and people are on edge, right? Like, I think it was you that sent me the freaking article about a shootout right up the street. It was, you know, right here. This is a good area of town. You got a situation of road rage, and, you know, two people start shooting at each other, and that feels like what everything's going on. You know, I just had one of our suppliers come over here and drop a bomb on us. It's been a rocky road because of kind of the way they've handled some things, and I lost my cool with my sales rep. You know, said some things that and, you know, the old me probably would have been cool with that. The new me, you know, I felt guilty as soon as I did it. Called him and apologized, and we're all a work in progress, right? And as frustrated and angry as I get with stuff like that, it's just because of how much weight I have on my shoulders to provide for all of my employees, right? And so anything that negatively impacts that, I feel that. It doesn't matter what business you're in, but the holidays are like when you probably see the most mistakes, because everybody's, you know, so focused on Thanksgiving and planning the trip, or, you know, hosting the trip, or, you know, getting gifts and trying last minute planning, and you got New Year's, and, you know, there's so much personal big things going on that, you know, I think a lot of times we lose touch or whatever with work and the little details and things we've got to do. So that's not abnormal every year, but this time we've allowed it to kind of like continue through January, and then a little bit into February, or we're just paying for our mishaps in December now because the doors are coming in. Is probably what happened. But there's things that we can do better, processes, site checks, you know, checking things once or twice before we order them. So we're kind of going through that, and I'd be lying to you if I told you like every day's been like rah, everyone loves being here today. We had a little bit of a different style morning meeting, sat down, you know, and poured my heart out and was like, look, I know what a lot of you guys are going through. I know that it's hard right now. You know, I know that we're experiencing growing pains. I know that we don't have a person for everything, and people are doing dual roles. But I also know that we got like an A team, right? Like we hired some freaking champions, and we just brought on like 6 new people, and they are stinking awesome. Like, all of them are great. We have leveled up so much the people that we have, like culture-wise, attitude, the skill set, like everything's just so much better. Our apprentices are learning at a rapid rate. Shout out to David Mount. We sent some guys up to train with him, and he did a great job and got them certified. They took the test and passed, and they were back here and they're confident, they're doing their thing, so that's been huge. We got David coming in again. He's with Mount on-site training. If you guys haven't checked him out, you should check him out. He's coming here for 2 days, I think, in April. Been 1 day with residential, 1 day with commercial. I'm big on training. This is kind of like our year where we're really trying to put a huge emphasis on employment and like just self-improvement and everything. But right now, I'm trying to play that balance between counselor, employer, being sympathetic and empathetic, but profitable, you know? And so my commercial managers having to deal with something, and you know, my first response is automatically like, go do your thing, don't worry about money, we'll take care of it. I think if he does it right this time, he doesn't have to go back and deal with it later. And so we all have our stuff that we deal with, and you know, I feel like if it's dealt with properly and you don't have to worry about things, it's better. Long term is better for the company, because if he doesn't have to worry about family stuff and money at the same time, then long term I feel like he's more bought in, because he's like, dude, you're taking care of me, like this is crazy. Short term, it's like, I also have to make a profit and we could really use you. So, you know, we definitely feel his lack of presence. He's healthy, just in case anybody's wondering. You know, anytime you have family needs, spouses, children, anything like that, I take that very serious here. And as an employer, I do sacrifice probably profit a lot for trying to take care of people. But I also feel like that's a large part of why people are so committed and bought in here, because they see that and they care. When I got to make tough decisions, it's not easy. I wrestle with it and then have a large amount of regret and guilt. And you know, I explain it to people and they're like, well, that's what most freaking employers would do anyway, right? And so I really struggle with that. That's a huge problem of mine. If I were to tell you everything was great, I would be lying. There's like a lot of really good things happening at the same time as like a lot of bad things happening. So it's like, you know, you have these high highs and your low lows, and this month it's not money, right? Like we had like some cash flow, not in a bad way, but it's just tighter than normal. And we were short our goal January by a good bit. I think that was pretty normal. I read a lot of articles about consumer sentiment between January 5th and January 20th was like way down, because you had the outbreak of COVID and people were like, how long is this gonna last? Am I gonna be out of work? I need to like not spend my money. As we're getting closer to February and everybody's seeing the lines are getting shorter at the testing places and everything, it's like people started spending money again, and then things were popping, and now February's been like great. I mean, we're putting up huge numbers. We'll probably hit goal this week. So, you know, we still got like a whole week after this. So we're ahead of projection for this month, but we were behind last month, so we're trying to find that balance. Ultimately, I guess for the show, culture's I would say still good. I almost feel like we could have like a culture report, like a KPI, right? Like red, yellow, green, you know, or like flags like they do at the ocean for when you should swim and when you shouldn't. Dangerous waters would be like culture's bad. But if you have a good culture, I don't think it blows like the wind, you know, even though it may feel like it. I think culture is created, and then when you go through hard times, you have to work at it more than you do when it's good. And so it sometimes feels like it's not there because you're having to work harder for it. So that's where we're at. That was a long answer.
It was a long answer. But
You can cut some
it
of
was
that.
heartfelt,
It was heartfelt.
and we'll do a little fist bump right afterwards.
Something fun on the flip side, because this is going to be rolling out in April. At the end of this month, we have Expo. I encourage everybody to go. It's going to be a good time. You get some good education. You get to see like new products that companies are rolling out, because the Expo floor with all the vendors and stuff. But we are taking a select group of people to the gunship, which is going to be pretty And that is where we're gonna be flying around the helicopter and shooting things on mountainsides, like old planes and cars and stuff, with a saw gun. So it's like, so I'm hoping to get some good footage of that so I can share it with you guys. We have rented out the penthouse suite at the Sahara. I'm trying to go all out. We actually reached out to some fire breathers because what's a good party in Vegas without fire breathers? But apparently we cannot do that because fire code. So we either gotta like sneak them in or not do it at all. We're bringing in like licensed poker dealers with poker tables. We're gonna have a poker tournament. We got like a little theme. It's gonna be mobster. So you gotta come dressed like a mobster.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
I think that's cool. And we're got a photo booth. We're gonna have some drinks, some food, huge balcony. We can fit, I think, like 60 something people in there. It's big. That's what we're planning to do, and we're constantly brainstorming, but.
This isn't gonna be like a hangover situation, is it?
You ready to let the dogs out?
What?
Do what?
I can't promise anything because it's a bunch of door guys. We won't be the reason why it's a hangover situation. Self-control will be the reason why it's a hangover situation. So if you can't handle it, probably, yeah. But we're doing invitation only with that because we gotta limit how many people come in. And we're inviting the GDU group, which is our little coaching thing we do, and then our such and such media clients. So it should be really fun. It's gonna be